World record event.
World record event. Okay, in Toastmasters world record event as mentioned by our area director. Any other thing in technology wise?
AI has been
Uh,
amazing.
yeah, Chat GPT, Google has also launched one tool. So technology is improving a lot, right? We have a debate topic also about the kids are smarter. Somewhat it was related to our debate topic. Everything is keeping in mind. So we will never, a few years before we never thought a Toastmaster meeting will happen online. Now it is all the meetings are happening online for the past few years. Is like that only. As a essay of the meeting, I like to welcome everyone for a D4 join meeting. Please turn off your mobile in put your mobile in silent mode, because if you are using a mobile phone, do not switch off. You will be disconnected from the meeting. If you are using an system, switch off your mobile or put it in silent mode. As a Toastmaster, we don't talk about sex, religion, and politics. So please refrain from discussing about this topic. Please do not intervene while other speakers are speaking. The mission of Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skill, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. With this message, I like to welcome Presiding Officer of the Day, Toastmaster Annapurni. She believes in hard work, not on luck. She works a lot and smart work. Happy to welcome current President of TCS Maitri Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Annapurni. The stage is yours. Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you. Thank you, Toastmaster Muthukumar. Very good morning, everyone. Awake, arise, and stop, not till the goal is reached. This was the statement that written on my school gate. Probably this is the only motivation while I was learning bicycle at the time. Do you remember the days while you are learning to riding bicycle? While we are learning to ride a bicycle, we would have fall at least one time. If we have give up that time, most of us, many of us would not be a good rider this time. Even though we fall, we start to rise it again, practice it again, and start riding it again. We all join Toastmasters for a purpose, isn't it? The purpose could be developing your communication skills, developing our leadership skills, and to become a public speaker, and so on. I request everyone to recollect your purpose of joining the Toastmaster. To succeed in everything, we need a consistent practice and determination. In order to achieve a goal, purpose, I would like to everyone to connect with your mentor and keep on progressing your levels and to go on. With this positive note, I am announcing the joint meeting of Area D4 is open. I would like to welcome the Division Director Vikram and the Area Director Abhinami and all the President, Vice President and all ISCOM officer and valued members for the joint meeting. With this note, I would like to hand over the stage to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi. Toastmaster Mahalakshmi, the stage is all yours. Thank you.
Thank you, the presiding officer. A very warm welcome to everyone. Is this new? No. Is this normal? No. I can hear someone is saying it's new normal. Yes. I hope that you are not you understand. It's not going. I'm not talking about COVID scenario. It's today's scenario. Okay, we know it's normal. What is normal? Of course, it's a regular Toastmasters meeting. But what is new? It's a special moment for enjoyment. We all join together to enjoy our feast, to enjoy our celebrations. I could say it's not only a joint session, it's a family gatherings. It's a time to share our feelings, to know more about each other's and success or celebration. I already said it's not only about joint sessions. It's a feast. Feast. Feast not only for mouth and nose. It's for eyes, hands, and ears. Especially the hero, his brain. We can store all our things. Okay, we are going to have a fun. Am I right? It's a celebration. Yes, it's a interesting. What is the celebration? Any interesting game? Yes, of course we have it. I won't reveal it now. And any spicy masala? Of course, we have a debate session. Okay, only entertainment. No, 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 no. Education also is there. Education. What? Yes, we have our keynote speakers and prepared speech and evaluation session as well as. Okay, I'm sorry, I don't want to irritate you to talk more about this. Let's enjoy. But I forgot. Oh my god. I said it's a family function, yeah. I forgot to introduce our family. Yes, I welcome you all for our Area D4 joint sessions. Area D4 has its three clubs. First one is TCS Maitri Champions and Shell Chennai Toastmasters Club, and finally Vellore Toastmasters Club. Okay, first I welcome our TCS Maitri Champions, the Maitri Toastmasters Champions. This club incorporated in 2012 and holds this legacy of 10 years in TCS Chennai. The club has provided many of district leaders and district champions, the only corporate club which has awarded as a top 5 club in Ovulation 2018. I welcome TCS Maitri Toastmasters Club. Next, okay. Next, Chennai Toastmasters Club. For the past 2 years, it achieved a President Distinguished Club and Quality Club Award. We have we had we have had our area director in the past from this club, that is our Toastmaster Mutu. I welcome Shell Toastmasters Club for the joint session. Last but not the least, I welcome Well Toastmasters Club. It's an emerging and enthusiastic club. It's located in Vellore. This club is going to step in successfully of its fifth year. It's basically at Vellore and started by the student of VIT for helping the Vellore people to develop their leaderships and communication skill. Now they achieved the level of president distinguished. It's provided lots of leaderships and contest winners. It has OTP trainer also. Okay, this is a time to start our enjoyment celebrations. So without any further ado, I would like to call our area director Toastmaster Abhirami. She is a she is a chartered accountant by profession, and she is a housewife living in sorry, Vado, Vadodara, Gujarat, working with PwC Bangalore and hotly she is living in Chennai Vasi noted. And she is going to have a wings to explore the world. I would like to call our Toastmaster Abhirami to give the address of the session.
Thank you, Toastmaster Maha, for that very wonderful voice modulation that you had all through. Uh, Firstly, to start with, I would like to thank all the Toastmasters who have joined here on a Sunday. I know two clubs or corporate clubs who usually have their meetings on a weekday, But thank you so much for making time and joining in for the area joint meet. That means a lot to me. To talk about my experience in the last 6 months, you all know I'm not from Division D, I was from Division C. So when I came in here, I had a lot of hesitation, I should say. I'm coming into a new division. How will people respond? How will they accept me? And all those questions. But trust me, the last 6+ months have been so supportive, so much of love and understanding. It has been amazing for me. I really enjoy being here. I don't feel like I'm from an other division or all such thoughts have vanished. I feel the Toastmaster vibe here and also in all of you. All the active three clubs, Bellore Club or Shell or TCS, all three clubs, all three of you have wonderful skills and strength. VTC always is really innovative in the things they do. They have that peppy energy. Now TCS persistence, all the tough times they have sailed through. Whatever happens, persistence really is really big for TCS. And Shell, really good mentors who pull the club forward, whatever happens. So you're all like fertile soil, which is ready to be plowed. I'm sure when you have your energy right and the values, especially the respect that each member over here demonstrates, is amazing. The time you take to revert to a text, the time you take to establish or implement what you committed to is awesome. You guys really rock. I'm really happy to be part of D4. I hope we bring in good success this term. So thank you so much. Let's have a fun time. This is completely going to be a fun meeting. We're only going to enjoy. So with this, let me hand over back to the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi.
Thank you, Radio Director Toastmaster Abhi, for such a welcoming for our club and your thoughts. Now it's a time to call the hero. Yes, we can say it's our hero, our district director, Toastmaster Vikram. Toastmaster Vikram is a PMP certified professional with 2 decades of experience in embedded product development of defense and aerospace, telecommunication and automotive industry. He's received Best Innovation Award for his successfully delivering an indigenous product from His Excellency by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam in the year of 2013. He is also co-founder of Miss Aarti Shikshati Training and Consultancy, which is focused on creating a lifelong learning platform. And he's happily married with only one wife and blessed with 2 kids. Without further ado, I would like to welcome our District Director, Toastmaster Vikram.
Thank you, Toastmaster Maha. In any of the Toastmasters' dream, it will never come true when a division director is being introduced as a district director, right? Luckily, I feel the district director is not there, though Aarti Mangalam will be the happiest person to see that somebody is introducing the division director as the district director. It means that the dream is coming true. You are able to see me, or you are thinking that this person is kind of eligible to go to that level of leadership. Thank you, Maha, for having that faith in me, and hopefully I should somehow in one day I'll come to that level, prepare myself and come to that level and then serve for the fraternity. And definitely I'll pull you for a leadership role along with me that time. Thank you for giving me a push to work towards that leadership role. Thank you so much. Good morning, Area D4. How are you all feeling? Quick answers. Wonderful.
Fantastic. Energetic.
Amazing.
Beautiful. Sunday morning, as Abhirama was clearly pointing out, Sunday morning we are here to enjoy, celebrate, network, have fun, not leaving aside the learning part of it. When I took charge of division director. Okay, I'm making it clear, right? I'm not spelling it as district director like Maha did. Division D director, I had a dream. Maha, don't worry, because it's the problem of waking up at 1 o'clock and delivering a speech for the world record event. It happens. Even I am kind of dancing, right? You are not able to see because I'm in the mobile. If you see me in person, definitely I'll be dancing like this because I have not slept the whole night yesterday except for a few hours. Don't worry about it. I had a dream when I took over this division director role for Division D. I want to create more leaders from our division who can learn from this fraternity and share their experience with other leaders. I want to make a lot of trainers and also have to have defined a process with which we'll be able to sustain and longevity will be assured. These are the three major dreams I had when I applied for the division director role. And today I'm standing in front of you with full happiness that I'm able to march towards achieving those dreams in a step-by-step fashion. As many of you know that we had our division contest fully executed by first-time role players. Close to 95% were first-time role players. We had a flawless contest, starting from the SAA to contest chair to contest master, timers, name any role player except for few. Most of them were first-time role players. They never hesitated to learn, practice, rehearse, and come and deliver a fantastic contest experience for the members. Talk to people from Vellore Toastmasters Club, Mahalakshmi, Bharat, even Nanda. Talk to all these people. I told them, you should be the brand ambassador to go and communicate this to your club members. What kind of an experience that you had? As a leader, standing in front of you as a division director, I learned many things. How to handle criticism, how to handle failures, how to handle tough situations. What are the best practices, innovative ideas that I can bring in to motivate people to respond to even to my text messages, right? Starting from many of us have the same problem, right? But it gives me a lot of opportunity to think beyond my limits, go leaps and bounds out of the boundary, come out of the comfort zone, start thinking, how do I make them participative? That gave me a lot of lessons. As a leader, I felt very happy. I am learning. And I hope so. My area directors are also learning from this experience. That is where we, as a team, as a Division D, united as a single team, growing in leaps and bounds. We should carry the legacy forward. Today we have our educational speaker, DTM Manikandan Balasubramanian. Whenever he speaks on the stage, I'll be mesmerized. I happily call him as Moneybai, which he'll be able to definitely relate to. And whenever I introduce him on the screen, I'll say fondly or personally, people call him as Moneybai. That is how the relationship comes. Even today, when I go and ask him for a help or when I do something, the first person to give me a feedback is money. That's the kind of relationship that we will create. So I would like to request area D4 to be united, bring in all the 4 clubs together. Because when you have more people, you will have a lot of learnings. When you have more thoughts, when you have more experiments being done in front of you, you will be able to have takeaways. Many takeaways will be there for us to take back. And not only that, motivate your club members, your area members to participate in all the outside club events, starting from your area contest, division contest, events, district contests. Whatever, don't miss out those opportunities. Even if you come for a 5-star hotel food, please come. Let's enjoy the food. Automatically, you will have a lot of learnings. Come with only one objective. You want to come there, meet people, chat with them, have fun, and go. When you go out, definitely in any of the events, You will definitely say, today at least I learned one thing from this particular person. You will be able to definitely say that, and without that, you will never leave that event. I can rest assured. So be confident, be clear, work as a single team, motivate people to make sure that Area D4 stands apart in our division in terms of unity, in terms of working as a single team, supporting each other, where and all we need to support and carry forward the legacy and be the brand ambassador to go and share your experiences. Without further ado, because there are a lot of agenda points being discussed, I have been given only 2 minutes, but still I have taken almost more than 5-10 minutes. Apologies for that, but still I'm happy that my dream is coming true in front of my eyes itself. That's the happiest part of my life, a role when I took this leadership role. And I want you also to enjoy that. All the best to Division Area D4 and ensure that we carry forward this legacy and make sure that our members are getting benefited out of this. All the best. Thanks to all the role players. And back to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vikram. I know, we all know you're a true leader. You push us every followers towards the success and simply sitting and seeing how my people are doing a great things. Yes, we could witness that. We could witness in each and every situations where we meet. Okay, okay, without any further ado, we will go into the what? Fun sessions. Start with gaming. From my childhood, no, even now, forever, I would like to play a game. Any physical game or video game or telephonic game, any game. The game itself gives me more energy. Okay. I wanted to pass the energy to all of us. So it's a time to welcome our game master, Toastmasters, Kaushik from Bella Toastmasters Club. I proudly say is a first time speaker. He took a challenge to start to give his game master session in our joint meeting. No fear, no anxiety, nothing, to celebrate our success. He's a businessman and like to swim frequently. Without any further ado, to do the game session, I would like to call our Toastmaster Kaushik.
Thank you, Toastmaster Maha, for that wonderful introduction. So, good morning, everyone. I've been given 10 minutes to conduct this game session, so I'll make it quick and short. So, the name of the game is called Gesture Topics. So, what this game is, each volunteer, people have to volunteer to participate in the game, and each volunteer will be given something called a gesture topic in a private message via WhatsApp. So, gesture topic would be.
Kaushik, I think your voice is breaking a little.
How about now? Better. Hello.
Yes.
Am I
Yeah,
audible?
it's clear now.
Yes, it's better.
Yeah.
Yes, you're audible.
So each volunteer will be given a gesture topic. So it could be, for example, ironing a shirt. So now what the volunteer will have to do is they will pin their screen on Google Meet and they'll enact the topic that's given to them. So here it's a shirt. So they'll enact ironing a shirt. And so what the other viewers would do, people who are watching, we would type in chat and guess what the gesture is. Uh, and each volunteer will be given 30 seconds to enact the gesture. And viewers can post their guesses in the chat. And if the viewers fail to guess what the topic is, then we'll give another 30 seconds to enact for the volunteer. Are there any questions? Did everyone get what the game is?
So just we have to enact
Yes.
we have to enact the words or the phrase that you will give to the volunteers, right? And the other person has
Correct.
to guess.
Correct.
Okay.
Small things that no, that we shouldn't do. So one thing we shouldn't do is to point. So for example, if it's ironing a shirt, we do not point at our own shirt and say, we do not do that. Just a minute. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
better without the headphones. Yeah.
My earphones got disconnected. Just a minute. Sorry for that, guys. So things not to do is not. There's no pointing. We do not point. We do not say shirt and then do the ironing gesture to indicate ironing a shirt, and we do not show signs as well. What we should do instead is we should enact the whole gesture, taking the shirt, putting it down, sprinkling water. So I'd like people to raise their hands in order to volunteer, and we'll send the gesture topic on WhatsApp. Yeah, you guys can raise your hands. We have the option here. Yeah.
Yeah, Prahast has raised the hand. I'll share it to him.
Ah. So once you get the topic and before you're gonna enact, just pin your screen so that you're on spotlight so that everyone. I think Prahas is gonna go first.
Yeah. And you'll be given a maximum of 30 seconds.
30 seconds. 30
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah.
Are you
Uh,
ready, Prahas?
yes, yes, you can go.
Okay, let's go.
We
Start.
cannot speak anything, right?
People can put in chat their guesses or whatever your guess is.
Drinking
Last
tea.
5 seconds. Prahas, you can
We can
share
use
them.
voice notes.
Yeah, yeah, we can use voice. Prahas, you can share what the topic was. Let me know.
Kaushik, Navina just answered.
She answered green tea
Making
actually.
tea and having cup of tea.
Correct. Making a cup of tea. Okay, we'll go for the next volunteer. Who's up for the next one? Moses Donald, see if you present.
Oh, it's Navina actually, but she
Yeah,
have.
I'm using that device. Yes.
So, are you up for it? For the next one?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maha, Navina's going for the next one.
Navina, here you go on your WhatsApp chat, giving you the item. Meanwhile, the next person can message on the chat who wants to volunteer, and I can send them the next topic. Just a minute in 30 seconds in advance to cut down on the waiting time.
House.
Is Navina not there on the screen? Yeah.
Am I not visible?
Yeah, visible now. You just got cut.
Yeah.
Going to church or something?
Navina, I'm not able to see you. It's like you're getting lost every minute now and then. Is it for me or for everyone else?
No, I
No,
think
she's
she is
Yeah,
visible. But
yeah,
since
Okay,
she
fine.
is not speaking up, maybe her screen
Oh, okay.
is not spotlighted.
Okay.
Home, church,
Okay, last
home,
10 seconds.
temple,
Dome.
Okay,
Homecoming.
let's start again. Navina, just take a deep breath and you're going to go for another round. Okay, let's start.
mountain, home,
Okay. Word after home. Plus sign.
home sweet home. No.
Okay.
Just add a clue, Kaushik.
Okay.
Shall I add it, Kaushik?
The conversation.
Conversation.
Some sort.
Walking around? Weekly. One second.
Walking to home or like
And that involves a compass. This is a clue.
Walking around the world? Something?
There's a clue, guys.
Around the
Google Maps.
no, not
Google Maps.
Okay. Maybe it's time to announce the answer and move on to the next one.
What is that,
Okay,
Navina? Can you tell me? Maybe
It's giving direction to your house.
giving direction to your house. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Quite
so
hard. Good try.
Navina, that was a good try though. That was a good try. You could have shown something like go straight, take left or something, but that was a good try. Okay. So who's the next volunteer?
Let me try.
Okay. Abhi Nandakumar's going for the next one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not good at acting, but let me try. Right. I'm ready.
Yeah, start.
Yeah.
driving.
Driving a car?
After that.
How to drive a car.
Driving license.
Okay. Driving, then?
Eating a paper. Moving the glass down.
Tire. Wheel. Tire.
Puncture. Fixing the
Changing
tire.
the wheels.
Oh, I got it. Someone got it. You'll have to say it again.
Mechanics.
Fixing the
wheel.
puncture. The word.
Changing the wheels.
Yeah.
Good work, good work. Prahas and Srilakshmi. It's changing the tire.
Yeah, tire.
Thank
Okay.
Nice. Okay. So
Good
let's
that
go
I got an
for
easy one.
last one. It depends on how you act. Okay. So let's go for the last one. We just have a couple of 1 minute left. So who's the last volunteer that we have? Or last person to volunteer? This is the last one, guys. Okay. I'm gonna call out someone. How about Tili Babu?
I don't
Yeah.
have
Mr.
his
Dilip
number.
Babu.
Dilip Babu, would any of the presidents have his number?
Sorry, everyone. Can you please come in?
Dilip Babu, which club are you from?
I am from Chennai Phoenix Toastmasters Club.
Okay, then I would need your number to send the topic over chat.
Okay. Yeah. 9500 230
Okay.
771.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Did you read it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So shall we start? Okay. Start.
Coughing.
Fever. Sore throat. Okay.
Sneezing. Steam.
Taking a steam.
Correct. That's
Yeah.
correct.
Almost. Yes. That is what.
You can tell them what the topic was.
Sure. How would you steam when you catch cold?
That's correct. Guys, my time is up here. I hope the whole thing was a fun session for everyone here. And now I'll hand over the spotlight back to Maha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kaushik, for playing a wonderful game. I know you're boosting your energy level is getting up. Am I right? Yes. I don't believe Toastmaster Kaushik is the first time role player of Game Master did a wonderful job. I know he's a fitness boy, sports person. That's why he made a game as every people to involve the hands, minds, eyes, everything. Jokes apart, that was a nice session. Toastmaster Kaushik. Okay, we all completed our starter. Now, coming into the main course. What is that? That is keynote session. Our keynote session is the education sessions is going to present our distinguished Toastmaster Manikandan Balasubramanian. I can say he's maybe a distinguished Toastmasters. Whenever I used his name, it comes to my mind. Prepared spontaneity. Yes. He's a club president, club vice president, is a secretary at arms, and won a multiple awards. District first runner-up in table topic contest in 2021 and 22, and the finalist in the district finals of humorous speech. and the district second runner-up in the humorous speech contest and finalist in the district final of table topic contest. Yes, why I'm saying always table topic contest, humorous contest. You can see, by seeing him, you can laugh. Without any further ado, I call our distinguished Toastmaster Manikandan Balasubramaniam to present his keynote session.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi. Hope you are able to laugh when you look at me now. Before the timer gets started, my timing, I just want to share few words. Area D4 is my home area. I have been an area director twice, and both the times it was area D4. And today I feel very happy to be part of this area D4 joint meeting after a long time, probably. In the last 3 years, I never had a chance to attend. And thanks to Abhirami to ensure I come and attend without fail today, at least for some time. So I feel very happy and wish you all the best. Hope my session will help you understand what I have gone through and something for you to learn from. Now the timer, you can start 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and 18 minutes. And the way I want to go with is, I want more interaction. If people can come on video, well and good, and you ask questions. I want time to be spent more on questions. So I'll do a bit of my journey in a brief. I'll be completing 10 years of Toastmasters by May 2023. When I joined Toastmasters in 2013 May, I never thought I'll be continuing this journey so long. Even today, I don't know how long it will go on. But one thing I'm sure, as long as I'm here, I'm going to learn something or the other. That's the beauty of Toastmasters. There are many people who came and went or vanished from Toastmasters. There are many people who are still there even after so many years. If you look at people who vanished, probably those are the people who put in their entire energy and enthusiasm in that short time and felt exhausted, then they left. Or they never attempted to see what is in Toastmasters for them. And then they vanished, thinking there is no value being in Toastmasters. But people who are in Toastmasters, even if you don't see them regularly, they are regular as per their own pace. What does that mean? You need not be regular every week. Don't mistake me, VPEs, as if I'm giving a wrong clue to people not to come on weekly meeting. If you come on weekly meeting, be consistent in that weekly meeting, or alternate, or once in a month, or ensure you do something or the other every time in a consistent manner, periodically, to get the value. That's my personal journey, and people around me know how much I show up in the club or what frequency, but there are places I never miss. These are all the minimum things at least I do to ensure I get the learning. Now, in this 10 years of Toastmasters, when I joined, I didn't know anything about Toastmasters. I just joined thinking it will help me in my leadership and communication. But what it is, I was not sure. Now, when I look back, there are 3 E's I would like to mention what Toastmasters has given me. It has enabled my kitty with tools and techniques to be a great public speaker. I'm not yet great, but at least I know the toolkits which will make me great or in the journey of becoming great. What are the tools and techniques? Toastmasters enhanced my abilities. My abilities in terms of articulation, my abilities in terms of thinking, my abilities in terms of connecting with people, my ability in terms of interacting and making an impact. There are many more I can keep talking. In simple words, any role you play, that has enhanced my ability. As a timer, as an accounter, as a grammarian, as a speaker, evaluator, any role you name it, that helped in enhancing my ability. and it elevated my brand. When I was a Toastmaster, I still remember I walked into the club. I was the only old guy in the club. 10 years back, now don't go imagination with my age. I was in my early 30s when I joined my club, and my club average age was 22. Rarely people in late 20s, and I was in initial days of 30s, early 30s. I felt I'm the oldest guy, and this seems Toastmaster seems to be something for the youngsters. 6 months it took my energy to adjust, to tell to myself, no, it's okay, it's okay. You are still young. But when I attended a district conference, I got to know I was seriously young. There were people above 60, above 70 who are all there. And only my club, it was being corporate club, all being 21, 22. I felt I was old. That was an eye opener for me. By then I wasted 6 months. Now you see that opportunity of going in and getting something, learning. We need that spark. That district conference was the spark for me to come out of my inhibition, hesitation, thinking I'm the oldest and rest all are youngsters. From there, no looking back. But then that 6 months was not easy. Every week I used to tell to myself, it's okay. Just go, sit there, listen. You can learn from the kids. You can learn from the kids. That's what I kept on telling to myself. And it did help me. It did help in getting these different things from Toastmasters. Now, anyone you talk, they all will talk about the learnings which we get. Fine. But what is that we miss out? You get learnings, but you don't see the benefits of getting these learnings. What happens? Learning has to translate into action. Otherwise, you will not see the value. Learning has to translate into an action. Otherwise, you will not see a value. Now, how to translate these learnings? That is where probably that my brand, which got elevated, comes in. First 3 years, people were thinking, why Toastmasters for you? What are you going to do with Toastmasters? Useless, waste of time, all that, waste of money. But then after 3 years, things started showing up. After 6 years, people started recognizing me as a Toastmaster who can make value, who can make a difference. Now in my office, in my known circle, people do recognize me as a Toastmaster. They refer my name. They say, okay, anchoring, go and talk to Mani. And managing an event, go and talk to Mani. Articulation, go and talk to Mani. You want to improve on articulation, go and talk to Mani to understand how Toastmasters works. Now, that's how the brand got elevated. Now, how this impact came in? This impact of being a Toastmaster. I stands for I. Who am I? That is where we lose the battle many times. Without knowing who am I, what are my areas of improvement, what are the strengths I have, and how to amplify the strength, how to improve my areas of improvement. That is the first thing I got to learn from Toastmasters. And when I look back my personal and professional life, that reflected understanding myself, reflected in everything I did. When I was not able to do well in a professional life, then that made me think, what is my area of improvement? Instead of thinking why my manager is scolding. You see the learning getting translated into an action. I learned that I have some strengths. I need to know my strengths. I need to know my areas of improvement. When something went wrong at office, I brought in that learning, thinking, what is that I need to improve here? Or when my manager praises, earlier I used to feel happy, enjoy that moment. But now I stopped. I started thinking, what made the manager praise me? What is the strength which I should amplify every time? Right now, I did unconsciously or without knowing what is it, but that was recognized by him. But I need to know that I was the first thing. Then M. People say you have mastered the public speaking skills. I don't know. But then one thing I realize, if people are able to say that mastering the art of public speaking, what it means, consistency to sustain it. You have to be consistent. You can be a best speaker today, but if you want to be a best speaker every day, every moment, you have to be consistent. Same thing applies to my work. I become a best performer. I delivered something best, but then I need to be consistent in delivering best. Then only I will remain best. That's the learning. What made me or making me becoming good speaker. Now, how can I become a good worker or good professional or good agile coach in my profession? I translate that learning. The next one, people. Successful people or leaders are not those who want everything, but those who managed people successfully. I'm sure people in the leadership role will agree. XCOM officers, area director, division director, they all will agree. Your success depends on the people whom you work with and how you work with. I learned that in Toastmasters. How to listen to people first, how to be patient enough, how to respond, how to talk without hurting them, how to make them feel special. But again, there is another thing of Toastmasters where people say Toastmasters are people who talk flowery language and people who just go on and on whitewashing statements. I ensure I don't do that. If I really like it, I tell it properly. But then without hurting them. At the same time, don't give a hype. So people, managing people, I reflect in my work. Then ability to articulate. Professional or personal life, it is all about articulation. How are you able to articulate? It is not talking. Talking is different than articulation. I understood this after becoming a Toastmaster. Even though leaders used to talk about articulation in my workspace, I never got it. But now, articulate. Then only your message will go across. Others will be able to understand. Now, when I'm able to articulate well in a table topic, articulate well in a 5 to 7 minute speech, why am I not able to articulate at workspace? In a customer interaction. Customer interaction is typically 2 to 3 minutes, your table topics. The question is being asked. Or customer presentation is 5 to 7 minute speech. What is that I need to do? Take all the positives my evaluator and mentor tells and put it in my presentation to customers or presentation to boss, presentation to anybody. Take all that area of improvement, ensure I don't make a mistake in those areas in my workspace. So that ability to articulate. Then C in impact. Customer focus. Business exists because of customer. And now customer, when it comes to Toastmasters, we exist because of members. When we give a speech, the speech exists because of audience. Audience focus. That's what we learn here. Anytime you write a speech, what is in it for audience? Why they should listen to you? What is the value? Think from the audience perspective. What is needed? Personal life or professional life? Who is your audience for whom you are doing things? If I'm making tea at home for my wife, she becomes my audience. I'm making something for her. If she likes masala tea, I cannot go and give a normal tea. Then I will fail. Same is the customer at work. You need to know your customer. So I translated that audience focus into my customers, consumer at work and personal and professional life. The last but not the least, time management. T in impact. I said this multiple times. I tell this every time. Talk less, talk rich. I think that is what we are learning in Toastmasters. Everything is timed. 1 to 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes, 12 to 15 minutes. Why? Only when you talk within the time, the impact will remain. Now, wherever I go at office or even personal space, I ensure I don't talk beyond a time. Minimum 2 to 3 minutes. That's all. That is more than enough to make a point. And make only one point. Otherwise, people will lose which point to listen to. Or maximum 3 points. These are all the learnings I bring in from my personal and professional life from Toastmasters. That's my learning and my journey. If you really want to make an impact, you need to know who you are, your I, and master the art of public speaking by being consistent and sustain it, and managing people, the P part, ability to articulate in any situation, prepared spontaneity. That's where I learned and I try it every time. And customer focus and time management. If you're able to do it, you will be able to make an impact in your personal and professional life. I'll close my speech and open for questions with one example. You're learning certain things here. For example, the time management, timer card, showing the timer card. In Toastmasters, it sounded very silly, stupid, or simple task for me. But then, in my facilitation meetings with executives, I just put my background in red, amber, green when the time is going off. That gave different view to the executives. And people know money for time management in my meetings. Even as latest as the Friday when I did a meeting, I had this in my background, virtual background, the way we see Amber. It is new for them. And I also had a clock running saying 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes in my virtual background. The leaders, they know when to stop by looking at the clock. And they also appreciated the fact that you are telling me to stop without actually telling me. How could you do this? This is a simple thing which I learned from Toastmasters. Likewise, you can do multiple things. The R counter, as an R counter, when someone comes and asks me, Mani, what should I improve at workspace? I don't pick any hi-fi things or sophisticated. I pick only these R counts and say, probably only one thing I would recommend is don't use like while talking. Probably people will like you. Then that makes the difference for them. So that's the learning. That's an example of how you can take things back to your personal and professional life. So I'll stop here for questions. Any questions, any clarifications you want in what I spoke so far? It's like 10 years of Toastmasters journey and 20 plus years of professional journey. Summarizing in 20 minutes is not all that easy. And grasping all of it is also not all that easy. Even if you take one point from this session and go and implement, that would be the success of this particular session.
Hariharan and Anuya have raised their hands, Mani.
Yeah.
Yes.
So probably I have one question. Thanks, Abdami. I have one question to Manigandan. So you very well summarized that 20 years of experience and 10 years of experience in Toastmaster in 10 to 15 minutes. That's awesome. But I have one question on the time management. So initial days, people might felt offended when you talk about time. For example, when you quoted that in leadership meeting, you're showing your clock. So how you got that guts actually? So that's much important, right? So I have a question on that. So how you are able to tell it to the audience and how they perceived it positively is also a appreciable one actually.
Okay. Now that is where my people part comes, right? Interacting with people without hurting them, what I can say. Now, when I was in few meetings of executives, one thing I noticed is they getting exhausted, going beyond the time. Executives can buy anything and everything except time. They have only 24 hours in which they have to do so many things. So I realized this is a problem. So it took some time for me to observe. Then I started showing the timer card with those executives whom I felt comfortable, 2-3 people in a meeting. Those people, when they started appreciating, wherever those people were there and new people, I started showing timer card. And these executives started saying, okay, Money has come up with a card. Now, Amber, before Money turns red, let me close. So it's a process. Whatever I spoke in impact, if you recall, all of this will map to this journey itself. Knowing what is my area of improvement or strength, how to bring it up, how to amplify my strength, how to handle people, what is the tools and techniques to bring in. So It's a journey and a process. And of course, there are situations where people scolded me. For that also, I just simply smiled and said sorry. Then later they turned out to be positive. So that's, I hope that answers the question, Hariharan.
Thank you, Mani.
Okay, Anuya. Anuya, your voice is not audible. Is it for me?
Your voice is not audible, Anuya.
Very low, feeble.
Yes.
Feeble, but go ahead.
And my question is about leadership. How important it is to take leadership roles outside the club?
Okay. It is very, very important. When you say outside the club, I believe it is area, district levels. It is very, very important and critical. As a leader, there are a lot of learning which you can translate. Now, before Toastmasters, in my 13 years of professional life, I never had the courage to take up any leadership role, project leader or module leader or any leadership role. I would say I can be an expert and SME and a team member. But Toastmasters gave me the confidence. Now, only when you go and play the leadership role, the I part, you will have more clarity. To be a leader, that I is very critical and crucial to start with. So go for it. Even if you fail in Toastmasters as a leader, no issues. That's a learning. Next time you play the same role and see how you can improve. For example, XCOM role, if you are playing, it gives you that opportunity to understand what do we mean by goals, from where to start. First, you need to know the goals of the club. What are the basics? So you go back to the basics. If you talk to leaders, they all will go back to the basics. Why? Basics are critical. Only if you know the basics, you can do well. So as a leader, you will get to understand all these nuances. Small things, but which makes big impact. Why we talk about club success plan? The club success plan, as a leader, if you start looking at it, you will understand. It gives you a clarity on your goals. What is that you need to achieve? It gives you clarity on whether you will be able to achieve or not. What are the risk items? How to overcome the risk will be the next item. So it helps you mold yourself. It's just a club success plan. A template. If you ask Abhi, she will give you the template, but then the template has n number of things behind it. As a leader, you will get to learn. The event. I never thought I will get kind of full-time job in my office as an event management person. Whenever an event comes, CEO, COO event comes, I never thought I'll be called. I'll be presenting it to COO office about the event. It is nothing but the program. In Toastmasters, we have the program committee, right? Program committee head. So we get the fancy roles. Program head. I have done that role, and same thing is what has been happening, but I have been presenting it to my COO's office. Running an event where CEO and COO are coming. I have been anchoring in front of CEO, COO as an anchor. All these things came up only because of taking up roles outside the club, Anuya. And club, if any of you are only within your club, you will never be able to grow, never be able to appreciate what Toastmasters is. You recall my experience going to the conference, just being a participant opened my eyes. So hope that answers, Anuya. There are a lot more I can keep talking, but I will stop here. I think one more hand was up.
Prahast.
Yeah, it's me. First of all, thank you, Mani, for giving us for taking us through your journey. So my question is that you mentioned about consistency as the key. So how were you able to stay consistent and have that enthusiasm for the 10 years? Maybe I think there would be instances where you felt that the pressure of work is there, or family, or personal life. Let's leave it. What is this Toastmaster? So how did you manage it? Because sometimes I'm sleeping even for morning today, like, okay, it won't affect my professional life, I will skip this meeting. How did you keep that enthusiasm alive?
Okay. Both of my home club members are here, champions as well as Chennai Phoenix Toastmasters, and they know how frequently I attend the club meetings. Not so frequent. I miss my club meetings. But then I keep a track of what is happening in the club, first thing. And I keep a track of my mentees to see whether they are doing something or the other and they are having. And I keep a connect with my excom to understand whether they need any help or any challenges where I can be of any use. That is what I currently do, which helps me to stay connected with people. I'm not attending the meeting, but I know what exactly is happening in my clubs. That is one thing keeps me motivated. Second, even today, for example, when Abhi came up and said, Money joint meeting Sunday, would it be available? I asked, can I drop after the meeting is over? She said, yes, perfectly fine, but be there for some time. So I look for those opportunities where without hurting people in the room, is there a possibility I can walk out? Right? I set the expectations, then I go for it, I do it. So time management, even the current phase where I am in, lot of changes happening in my personal and professional life, and thanks to Toastmasters, because I got some role elevation as operations head. That is also because of my Toastmasters journey things, but then that demands more time. So it is part and parcel of our life. Managing time, if someone says I'm able to manage time, it's a myth. They are lying. Nobody can manage time. Time manages us. Only thing is we prioritize, we take things. Probably I was helping my wife in the morning for something at kitchen, and this 1 hour I took time saying I have to be here. Now I'll go back to see what is pending for me or my office work. So we have to juggle but prioritize and keep the stakeholders involved. That's my learning. Be open. I tell my wife, sorry, I can't. Even if she scolds me, I'll tell her, sorry, I cannot, I committed something. Right? So time management, that is how I do the enthusiasm and contest. Another thing which keeps me going now, after my leadership role, typically people vanish after leadership role. When I say vanish, because they would have spent almost everything for Toastmasters, they want to take some time off. Even I wanted to. But then I thought, I came here for a purpose. What is my purpose? Improve myself. How can I improve? That's the only question I keep asking. Am I improving being in Toastmasters? If yes, okay. If not, I won't say quit. If not, how can I improve? What can I do? So that's the question I ask to myself, and contest is another thing which keeps me moving. Hope I answered, Pragas.
Thank you, Mani. Yeah, very well answered.
I think we are going out of time. I asked for read at 18, but it must be 25 by now. Abhi, Mahalakshmi, any
Yeah.
more questions? I don't know. I don't see any hands. Okay, I
Thank
think
you so much, Mani.
I would like to say any questions you have left, please chat him directly through time management. Please text him directly or get him number. Money can get number by text in the chat box. People can use it.
And you can also WhatsApp your questions. I respond on WhatsApp. I may not be able to pick up the call, but I respond on WhatsApp, so I can do that as well. Once again, thank you so much, Abhi, for giving me this opportunity to interact with our Area D4 members. And thanks to all of you members on a Sunday morning coming together and focusing on your own growth, supporting others is not an easy thing. Wish you all the best. Looking forward to see our Area D4 going and growing in multifold. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manigandan. Such a short and crisp but deep message. We could imagine how Toastmastering and how to develop ourselves. We all had a takeaway points, that is time management and consistency and persistency. Hope we will utilize it. And this is the time to taste our next meal, main course. So without any delay, I would like to call our prepared speakers. For that, for our first speaker, I would like to call his evaluator, Toastmaster Bharat. Toastmaster Bharat is a current president of Vellore Toastmasters Club, he himself called is an extrovert, but not. He's an extrovert. We all see that. And he's living in, he takes the challenges like a cup of tea. He just take and shot it out. And Toastmaster Bharat welcomes to present your evaluations, rules and regulations.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mahalashmi, for your kind words. So actually, she told that I'm not an extrovert and an extrovert, but I would say that Toastmaster has bringing me the change from the extrovert to extrovert. I'm thanking Toastmasters right now for that. Well, so today as an evaluator for the speaker one, well, I will tell the objectives of the purpose of the project. So my speaker is going to be Toastmaster Nandakumar. Well, so he is doing his pathway on motivational strategies and level 3 project 1. Well, the purpose of the project is going to be to cultivate an understanding of how emotions impact in relationships. Well, the time limit for the speech is about 5 to 7 minutes. And as an evaluator, I will also look for the some of the key elements of the speech like voice modulation, body language, hand gestures, and so many so many aspects that requires a speech. And yeah, I'll back with my evaluation report when I'm called upon. Over to you, Toastmaster Mahalashmi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nandakumar. Keep in mind what Bharat expects. And this is the time to welcome our speaker, Toastmaster Nandakumar. Toastmaster Nandakumar from TCS Toastmasters Club and is going to present his motivational strategies pathway level 3 project 1. Toastmaster Nandakumar B 3B 3B Toastmaster Nandakumar.
Am I audible and visible? Yeah. Thank you so much. 2 months back, I have told my friend that I'm going to present a Toastmaster project called Emotional Intelligence. And his name is Sarat. You know what he told me that? Dude, you are giving a speech about emotional intelligence? It's like a beggar on the street who hosts a crash course on how to become a rich. He's right, because my emotions are like exactly as my relationship with my credit card. Pay every time with anger and suffer when the bill arrives. For the people who don't know what is emotional intelligence is all about, I would like to say a famous quote which derived by Charles. Life is all about 10% what it happens and 90% how we react it. Emotional intelligence is nothing but you understand that if something happens to you and you can't change the initial emotion towards it, but you can change the response you're gonna give for them. As a part of my project, I have to record my emotions for 2 weeks, and I also recorded that for 1 week. I recorded how I react and what is my default react response for everything's happening to me in office and my personal lives. And the second week, I spent time to observe, regulate my responses for those default actions which emotion things happen to me. And when I gone through this journey, at the second week I found that for most of the most of the emotion things happen to me, my immediate response is anger or shout at them or do something which is not right. I wanted to change this, so I just observed why this happens. We as a persons, we don't like to give a bad experience to anyone, but why I am giving this to everyone else? When I did that RCA, I found that it's all because of the one big item which I had is the anxiety. Anxiety is the blockage which I had, which made me not to respond others in a very good way. How do I crunch this anxiety? And there I come with the 3B technique. The 3Bs are which helped me to overcome my anxiety and which helped me to go more on my emotional intelligence. Everyone knows that our day starts 6:30, but I discovered that the day doesn't start by 6:30 a.m. or 7 a.m. or when you woke up every day. I think the day starts the before night. The first B is before you go to bed. Before you go to bed, make sure you're gonna have at least 7 hours of sleep, so you'll have a very good rest time. So you will not bother about you didn't had enough rest the entire day at all. You can be a person who works late night, or you can be a person who don't have a correct sleep schedule. It's fine. Even I have the same. But every time you hit the bed, make sure you sleep at least 7 hours, or how much amount you feel you wanted to take a rest. That's my first B, before bed. The second B is all about before starting your work or before entering into the day in the morning. What you have to say is, all we know that when we work or when we study, we all know we have many work lists to do. We have a bunch of things which coming up on and on again, like a swim, like a waves from the sea to us. And we know that we cannot going to reduce it at all. But why can we say ourselves that before we start that day, I'm going to do something special today. It's all going to be good today. I promise that that is not going to reduce your work list, but it will give you a good head start, and that momentum will continue for entire day. So the second B is before starting your work or school things. So make sure you tell yourself that it's going to be all good today. You're going to rock the floor. And the third B is between every conversations. In work or in any other place, we speak with somebody and we come out from that and we go into conversation with some others. It is very important that we should not carry out the emotions from one conversation to another conversation. So between every conversation, take a long breath and make sure you just suppress any emotion you take from the previous conversation, and you suppress that and don't carry away to the next conversation. So this will make sure that your anxiety level slow down. So as a person, when I started this project, I felt more anxious, and after doing this 3B technique, I felt myself good, and I was able to respond the right way to everything which comes to me, interacts to me every day. And as this project completes, I got to know that I have to reduce my anxiety levels and I have to listen to others rather than speaking more when I wanted to respond. And the third thing is be empathetic to everyone else. So if you are also suffering like me, or if you are also wanted to start a journey, why not to start today to record your emotions and regulate it? Probably if you are also suffering with anxiety, you can follow the 3B techniques, which is before bed and before starting your day and between every conversation. I would request everyone to start your emotional intelligence journey from today on. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Mahalakshmi.
Thank you for presenting a wonderful speech, Toastmaster Anandakumar. Next, we are moving to the second speaker. Before calling, I would like to call his evaluator, Toastmaster Annapurni. Toastmaster Annapurni, this person not believes in a luck, in have a faith in hard work, and current president of TCS Maitri Champions Toastmasters Club. Let's see what her expert from his speaker. Hand over to you, Toastmaster Annapurni.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi. Today, my target speaker, Prahash, is going to show her level 1 project to in leadership development. The project name is Writing a Speech with Purpose. The purpose of the project is to review the basic method for writing a speech with a well defined purpose and to present a well organized speech on any topic. All the best, Prakash. Thank you, and over to Mahalakshmi.
Before starting, just can you confirm?
Thank you, Toastmaster Annapurni.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you, Toastmaster Annapurni. Now, the time to deliver his speech, Toastmaster Prashant. Toastmaster Prashant, Smartphone Web, Toastmaster Prashant. Over to you. All the best.
Just one thing, like before starting, can you confirm if I'm audible and you can see me?
Yes, brother.
Okay. Okay, then you can start.
Yes, you're audible and visible.
So, if I ask you one non-living thing that you cannot live without today, I'm sure most of us would point to one thing that may be beside us or right now in our pockets or maybe in our hands right now. And you guessed it right, smartphone. And my dear fellow Toastmasters, you are not alone. Smartphones are one of the dearest companions of today's time. It has been a savior, a messiah to all of us in many situations. And one such situation I can recall dates back to my college time. When I was when during my college days, when I was traveling from my hometown, the city of Nawabs, Lucknow, to the city of valleys, Dehradun, I stepped down from the bus for a few minutes to freshen up and asked my driver to halt for a few minutes. Suddenly, I realized that the bus took few steps forward and I kept myself calm that the bus will eventually stop. But to my surprise, it took another few steps and in a flash, I left everything aside. I remember myself turning into an Usain Bolt and chasing the bus. But alas, the Usain Bolt in me lost, and the bus left. At that time, perplexed, puzzled, and confused, my hand went straight down to my pocket. And thank God, my real hero was with me, my smartphone. With just a call, I was able to halt my bus a few miles away, and I was able to get on board my bus again and thankfully see my wallet and laptop safe in my bus. Such a relief for a college miser during that time. Indeed, smartphones have made our lives very easier. With just a click, you can order food, you can do hassle free payments, you can book rides and what not. If there would have been an award for the best non-living thing, oh sorry, maybe a living thing, that that living thing that is used by humans a lot, I think smartphones would be a clear winner. And in the award winning speech, smartphone would be probably saying a famous dialogue in the Hindi web series like Lagta hai kabhi kabhi apuni bhagwan hai. That is, sometimes it feels I am the god. But I am like, okay, congratulations, smartphone. But you are the one thing that is responsible for the phrase that I hear from my parents. Why are you grabbing this thing the entire day? You will damage your eyes. Okay. And my dear fellow Toastmasters, you won't believe. 2 days ago, while working, I came across a news pop up on my screen. A woman in Hyderabad had temporarily lost her vision using smartphone. I was flabbergasted. The phrase that my parents used came across my mind and it got me into thinking. Am I the one caught in the smartphone web? Hence the topic for today. But out of my inquisitiveness, I started scrolling down and clicked on the pop up and started scrolling the news. Two things that caught my attention. First of all, the doctor pointed out that patient and the person has developed a habit of seeing her phone several hours during the day, including 2 hours at night in dark. And secondly, as a consequence, the second one as a consequence which even shivered me, there were moments when the person could not see for seconds. And this, when I visualize, it gives me a sense of fear that if wanting to see something and not able to see it even just for a few seconds. And at this point of time, I would like to put a question in front all of you, that are you also caught in this smartphone web? I will leave it for you to decide. But as of now, for my relief, the news was still not over, and I kept scrolling little down. To my excitement and to my excitement, what I had a positive conclusion coming out of this news. In the end, cutting it short, the person followed the doctor advice and was determined to not use the smartphone when not necessary. And as a result, she was recovered and moved to she was recovered just after a month. So that is all what we humans are about, getting victorious out of a problem. But at this point of time, I would urge everyone to think rather than not act in the at a worse situations in our lives. Let us be the Spider-Man who controls this web rather than an insect wobbling inside this web. Oh, at this point of time, I see a pop-up on my phone screen. So let me just look at that. I'm just kidding. Thank you.
Mahalakshmi, are you there?
Yes, I'm sorry. Such an eye-opening message for us smartphones. Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant, for delivering your speech.
And
And
one more thing, just I forgot to mention. This is Prahast. It's not your fault. I get pronounced by this name. Yeah, but yeah.
okay, Toastmaster Prahast. Okay. Okay, coming to the next. I could see there is a space, still there is a space in my stomach. I want to taste a hot, sour, garam garam. Something is there? Yes, we have. Our Toastmaster Navina is here to serve a garam garam, hot and sour soup, which is your favorite variety, chicken or vegetarian. So I hand over the sessions to Toastmaster Navina to serve a debate session.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi. I think so far I am enjoying the delight. Your words are so pleasing to hear. Okay, hi guys. Today we are going forward with the debate, and I'm sure that if I speak anything about the topic, the persons who are about to speak is going to feel offended. So I'm not going to speak anything about the topic. I'm just going to just intro the topic and just hand over the stage to them. Before starting, let me ensure that everybody is present. For our team, we have 3 members. Shrutika from VTC. Can I hear the voice alone? Hi, Shrutika. Yeah, you're audible. Then we have Abhirami. Hi, Abhi.
Hi.
Third, hi. Shivanshu. Hi, Shivanshu from Shell.
Hello.
Hi. Okay. I think for our team, we have 3 members. So coming to against team, Chalikrishnan from Shell. Hi, Chalikrishnan.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. We have Mahalakshmi from VTC. Hi. Then Sri Lakshmi from TCS Maitri. Hi, Sri. I could not hear the voice. Anybody can hear? Hi, Sri. Are you there?
She's not there.
There's no one at the news.
Do you want to pick someone from the crowd over here?
Would anybody like to volunteer for debates in the against team actually? Yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
please.
I am Hariharan Soman from Shell Chennai Toastmasters.
Okay.
Probably I can join if no one has any concerns.
Okay. That's very good. So you are going to speak that the kids are not smarter than adults. Okay, this is your topic.
Sure.
Okay. I hope everybody is ready, right? Shall we start? So let me recollect the rules that we are going to proceed further. So we are going to have 2 rounds. Everybody is going to get 1 minute of time. First round is prepared speech. Prepared round where you have to put your stance. You can put it out in pointers or in paragraphs. Within that 1 minute, you have 1 minute to prove your stand that you are right. Okay. I will be calling out the name one from far and one from against. You can proceed accordingly. So timer note, please. After 50 seconds, you can just give a card, green card, so that people get along till so that 10 seconds only it's pending. So second round is going to be combat round. So you have to be ready with your pen and paper ready so that you can note all the points and you can counter them by the second round. Second round, I'll be calling out in the same order for and against. You can mention that the so and so point mentioned by this person, not two pointing. I just disagree with it, and you can give your counterpoint. Hope that's clear. Everybody have 1 minute. Totally, you have 2 minutes each in one round. Is that clear? Any doubts? Okay, I'm not going to take much of your time. Let's start. So the topic for the day for debate is kids are smarter than adults. This is the topic. For our team, I'd like to call the first participant, Shrutika. Hi, Shrutika. Would like to hear from you. Hi. All the best. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Yuva. Sorry to stop you. Time is up. And thank you for your points and you have brought and your gesture, the way you greeted others, it was very good. And you have given a lot of unique characteristics about the kids. Let's hear from the other team how they are going to give the counterpoints against you. Let me call out Chalakrishnan from against team to give out his stand.
Hello. Am I
Hi.
audible
Yes,
and
completely
visible?
audible. Please go ahead.
Very good afternoon to everyone, fellow Toastmasters and guests. This was a wonderful title, I can say. So let me begin. So it's not that I'm so smart. It's just that I stay with the problems longer. Let's begin from the Einstein quote. So exactly, who is smarter? So we are the smarter people, we are the smarter generation. We came from all the without all the smart gadget we brought up, and we are having the ability to do all the such things. You can see in the newspapers, 80 years old granny can able to grab a degree at the age of 80. You just think how smarter we are. So we are the generation so smarter. The kids are highly addicted, like what Prakash, speaker, our fellow speakers speak about the smartphone addiction. So they always uh, deeply into the smartphones, and they are not actually not smart. that's what I want to ask the
Sorry to
fellow
stop you,
debate people.
Christian.
Yeah, just
Time is
end up
up.
with a one question. So, what is the scale for smartness? I'll ask the opponent team. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. I did not expect this counter. Let's keep it going. Let me call out the next person from FAR team. Hi, Abhi. Would like
Hi,
to hear from you.
hi,
Yeah.
Navina. Sure. So, when we talk about kids being smarter than adults, kids are like a fresh slate. You can mold them into anything because they do not have too many things into their mind and everything is fresh. Things are very flexible, they're open for change. Now, what is smartness? Smartness is being flexible and having the ability to learn things faster. Look at adults. Ask us to go and speak on the stage for the first time. First thought, what will that guy think about me? What will this person think about me? What will happen after this? We think of too many things. Thank God, kids don't need to think of too many things, even though there are generations, whichever time the kids are born, the kids will be the latest. They will be open to the latest technology. They know how to, operate a mobile. Now, older people, we struggle, we try to search, we read Google and understand, try to understand how to navigate, but they're inquisitive about trying, and that makes kids smart and flexible and open to new things. And apart from that, they have less distractions and they don't care about anything. So, with this, thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Navina.
Thank you so much, Abhi. I think the battle is getting a little bit hard. I think points are coming out like bombardment. So let me call out Toastmaster Mahalakshmi to give the counter stand.
For me, smarter, which means shortcuts. Nowadays, kids are not only nowadays. The smart worlds, kids are living the smart worlds used in the shortcuts. In terms of relationship, they are used to call in the flexible way of uncle and aunt, but they forget the importance of relationship. They all used to play a virtual games and video games, nothing but in the smartphones. But they lost the physical ability. They could not go out also and play in the muds. They forgot. They lost the physical energy. I hold and I have a lot to say, but I stopped here. I over to Toastmaster Navina.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi, for your stand. Let's hear from Toastmaster Shivanshu from Shell. Over to you, Shivanshu, to give your stand.
Sure, sure. Good morning, everyone. So I would like to resonate at Toastmaster Abhi's point that kids are really moldable, yeah, and they have the greatest grasping and learning power, and they kind of don't object when they start learning from the earlier stage. They just keep learning what they have taught, and also according to some research that they have 31 times more grasping power compared to 7% to adults. I would like to give an example that when I kind of uh, came to Chennai as a kid, I was able to learn a new language where compared to my father who is still struggling with Tamil. Yeah. So kids are smarter than adults. Hope this example really procrastinate that.
Thank you for your stand, Shivanshu. That was really very impressive. So let's hear from Toastmaster Hariharan.
Thank you. For me, smarter. Smart means respect. So when we are at young age, whenever I see my grandparents coming, I just go out, run away to the bus stand to welcome them. And I used to come along with them to check what they got for me. It could be a small biscuit packet or it could be a small chocolate. I get very much energized with that chocolate. Now, if you go and give this chocolate to my kid, he will throw it in dustbin. What is this? I want a big dairy milk or a chocolate. So they measure everything into big. And one more thing, if someone asked me at my young age, how much is 5 plus 5? I just count at my fingers, 1, 2, 3, like this. And I used to say the answer with my 10 fingers. That's the asset I had during those days. But if you ask to my son, what daddy, what a stupid question. Put it in the calculator, it will come in seconds. So that is the response I used to get it from my kids. Over to you, Mahalakshmi.
Thank you so much, Ararin. Though it was a very last minute, last minute jump, you took it really very well. So I'll give you guys 45 seconds to prepare your counters, and then we'll start off with the counter round. Okay? Yeah, time starts now. Time's up. I hope everybody's ready for battle. By seeing eyes, actually I could not keep my mouth shut because I am just coming up with points, but I could not speak. You have put me in a terrible situation. Let me uh, let me start the second round. Second round, combat round. Let me call out the first person to speak. Shivanshu. Hi, Shivanshu. From FAR team. Can you start?
Yes, I can start.
Okay, ready for
So
battle.
continuing with my point of power of grasping, right? We said that kids are able to learn at very young age, even the language and any kind of situation you put in, they try to kind of mold it to it, and probably you can say they're adapting to each and every technology rather than just avoiding it. For example, the social media, my parents used to say why you're kind of addicted to it. Now I sort of use LinkedIn as a social network and kind of connect to whole bunch of people around them. So everything has a boon and merit. I believe you should use it very right. uh, Kids are in leading the way.
Thank you, Shivanshu, for that point. You know, when you told that avoiding that technology, that really is that's really a very strong point. Let's hear from the opponent team. What do they have to counter you? I welcome Hariharan to counter.
Yes,
Give the
thank you
next
for
step.
the opportunity. He said, adapting to technology, that is the good thing. I agree. But what is smart for me is just listening to the old people because they might have faced all these challenges in the past, and we have to be very wise enough to take others mistake and implement in our day to day life. That is very smarter for me. For me, the kids during these days doesn't listen to parents, also to elderly people. They don't respect people. For example, when some guests come in, they have to search for a room where there is a closed room, and they will be addicted to the gadget, or they will be playing with a computer or with a smartphone. So they don't interact with people. That is the main problem what I see with the current generation. So over to you, Moses. Thank you.
Thank you, Hariharan, for your stand. Let's hear from the opposite team. What do they have in their plate to counter? Hi, Toastmaster Rabi. Would like to hear the counter.
Sure, great. So one point or a few points that I would like to counter on to start with, there was a point by Krishnan where he mentioned that as a generation, we adults are smarter than the kids. So I think this generational thing will keep going on. It is not a static one. We will become older and these kids will become adults. So eventually, in any generation, the kids will be open to the latest technology. Just like we were having the first access to phones and now kids are having phones, so that is always going to happen, right from the time fire was discovered, wheel was discovered, to the date of phones. So that way kids are always going to be open to the latest technology. Second point, where some of them mentioned that kids are not respectful, they're always playing games. This I notice because most cases I'm not against working mothers, or I will also be a working mother sometime soon. We don't have much time, we want to engage children, so we give them the phone. or we switch on the TV. So that way kids get kind of addicted to things. So I think it's important for parents to discipline them and ensure that they are exposed to the right things for the right ample of time. That way they will not get completely drowned into that. Otherwise kids are smarter. Depending on what you give, that's what they become. And the shortcuts into relationships, kids of course are not into relationships at this point.
Right,
But
to stop
again,
you, Abhi.
yeah, thank you.
Thank you. I think the battle is getting a little bit up. Let me call out the next one. Toastmaster Madhalashmi, what do you have in the plate to counter?
I directly oppose the Shivanshu points. Kids are grasping. Yes, they are grasping. What they are grasping, where they are stored. God's given us brain, but they are grasping and stored it in the smartphones, notes, and etc. Right? It's not a. This is not a way to use us. The kids are spoiling their brain, the ability to answer with the minds. And the second, Abhi said, Toastmaster Abhi said they are flexible. Yes, the way what they are flexible, they are cheating the parents, right? The parents already said kids use the 30 minutes of time to see the TVs or something. But what the kids are doing, they are ready to cheat. How? By using the smartness, right? Is it the good way? No. Over to you, Toastmaster Navina.
Okay, only 1 minute, guys. I think my system, my charge is low. Only 1 minute. One minute.
In that 1 minute, I will add that Maha, you are having a baby photo in your display pic though. Maha's gonna beat me.
So you're indirectly supporting kids, ma.
Hi, guys. I'm back. Okay, that was a good counter, Maha. I think let's hear from the other team. I think, hi, Shrutika. Our final words from 14. Your points are crisp. It is really very, very strong. I must agree. I must definitely agree. Let me call out Toastmaster Chalakrishnan to give out the counterpoints. Final counter.
Thank you so much. Our opponent speakers are, I think, wrongly understand. So we are not saying kids are not quick learners and all. So definitely kids are quick learners. We are came from the kid age, the childhood age. We came across. So smartness in the sense how we are using it. So they are just perceiving it. We are ability to use a smart gadget in a good way. That's good. That's not. So for example, we are the adults, right? We are at a right time we are ready to adapt this technical gadgets for our VMs, our weekly connects, and for like uh, kind of competitions and also we ready to adapt to the technology. This is called smartness. So I think they are wrongly understanding it. the, that's what I ask the opponent speaker, what is the scale for smartness? This is so nowadays the kids are addicted to the gadgets, so they always avoid the connection with the peoples, like playing with the group of members in the ground, the face to face enjoyment games. So
Sorry to
even
stop
we
it,
have small.
Chalakrishnan. The time is up.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
And
you, guys. I think everybody has completed their. Give out my final words. The topic is actually the kids are smarter than adults, right? So, by scientifically speaking, the kids are smarter than adults because they have a lot of, the brain which they have is same as we have, but the magic it can do, that is really very fast. The acceleration of speed they can learn as as one of the one pointed out, the language, they can learn 7 languages in a very very small time, 3 months or 2 months. There are a lot of kids at the age of 3 they're an entrepreneur. There's a young professor, businessman. There are a lot of writers at a very young age. The molding of kids is there. If you mold the child in a better way, expose it to the world at a very young age in a very wide way, the kid is going to rock the world. There is no doubt about it. As per the topic, I'm sorry, I have to support to bring out the facts. I'm just bringing it down. So coming to adults, actually, nobody can replace the experience. We as adults have a lot of experiences as we have gone through the journey of practicality a lot. We have lot to know more than the kids because they are very vulnerable. As one said, very clean slate. They are very clean slate, so they start afresh. They don't have many vengeance or many limiting beliefs within them. They don't put themselves down. So you can use the advantage by giving your experience in a very calm, nurturing way, so that they become double of their yours energy and rock the world. Okay, I leave the result to you. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Okay. Such a very still hot topic. Well done, Toastmaster Navina, for done a very good job. And it's it's more important sessions to call. It's a very important session. It's called evaluation segment. Evaluation where we can develop, where we can notify our mistakes and rectify our mistakes. So without further ado, I would like to call the first speaker's evaluator, Toastmaster Bharat, to share his thoughts.
Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, Bharat. You are audible.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. So thank you, Toastmasters Mahalashmi. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you look at Toastmaster Nandakumar's speech, wow, what a beautiful content that has on how to handle, the emotions. So some of the things that I wanted to mention in Toastmaster Nandakumar's speech is that the first thing, the title. Well, I was just thinking, what does the 3B has? He has a very good title which creates questions in everyone's mind. So that is the first thing that you have to do as a speaker, and he clearly did it. Great job on that, Toastmaster Nandakumar. And the second thing, humor. Well, I was just wondering how one can bring humor in the concept of bringing emotion, a speech that is going to tell about emotion, but he cracked it the first moment of the speech. He compared that how a beggar on the street, he compared it to that speech, and he made it even humor to make people have some time to laugh. Great job on that. And secondly, we all know that a great speaker will always include some quotes and anecdotes. Yes, he has did that. So he told that life is all about 10% of what it happens and 90% of how we react to it. Yes, this is exactly right. And this kind of anecdotes and quotes will add value to your speech and people more engaging to your speech. So great job on the Toastmaster Nandakumar. And yeah, apart from that, the way he connected the topic to that content. So he mentioned 3B, and they are the, before the night and before starting the day and between. Yeah. So he connected all the 3Bs with a particular instance, and he made the entire speech engaging, and he has a proper body to make it the speech to go in a very smooth way. And he clearly engaged the audience. So great job on that, Toastmaster Nandakumar. And we all know that often there will be some things that has to be improved on a speech. For that, if I go into some suggestions that are in my perspective, well, first of all, I would like to appreciate you for standing up and delivering the speech, because when we are in the online platform, it's always takes a courage to stand up and deliver a speech. But I feel that, so you stand up and deliver, great job on that. But when you're looking into the screen, your eyes were a little down. So I feel that it's because of you're keeping your mobile phone or the camera on the downs position. Maybe you can keep it straight to the eyes. So maybe you can I mean, you can take the phone to the little bit higher position, so that your eyes will be straight to the people. And as we know that eye contact is very important for a speech, so I would recommend you to do that in the next speech. And yes, the second thing is that the conclusion. So you started off the speech with a very good start, and then you had a very good body. And we all know that what remains in people's heart is the what you give when you conclude it. So I would recommend you to give something emotional or something that can reach people's heart forever. So this way we can bring up some more reach toward the speech. So thank you, Toastmaster Nanda, for giving a very good speech. And there are some things to be improved, and I hope I give you a very good feedback. Thank you.
Thank you, the evaluator, Toastmaster Bharat. I hope your speaker will note it out everything. And next, we would like to call our second speaker's evaluator, Toastmaster Annapurani.
Thank you, Toastmaster Maharashmi. First, I would like to congratulate my target speaker for completing the project 2 in level 1. His opening was very good, and he was confident enough, and he was comfort in his topic, and he was confident on delivering the speech that engaging the audience. The story that he told that is engaging the audience. You have told the incident that happened in your college life and how the smartphone that saved on that time. The clarity throughout the speech is good, and you have a very good eye contact, and that you have used the gestures that was good. You was comfortable on the topic, and your introduction was energetic, that engaging the audience, and you have a subtle humor in your content, humor at the end. Overall, you have met the objective of the project to write a speech with the purpose in it. You have done that, so you have met the objective. One thing you want to improve is to avoid the filler words that fill the flow of the speech. You might try to avoid so, but like in your speech in your upcoming project. This is the only one recommendation I have and given to you. Overall, you've done a good job today. All the best for your upcoming speeches. Thank you, and over to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi.
Thank you, Mr. Annapurani. Hope your speaker will notify and implement it later. And it's a time celebration ends here, but learning still continue lifelong. I hope I enjoyed you. I give a treat. I hand over the sessions to Toastmaster Abhirami to continue further.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Maha. Thank you so much, everyone, for the great show. Maha, you did an amazing role as the Toastmaster of the Day, and so did the Game Master Kaushik. Great speeches from Nandakumar and Prahast, and also good evaluation from Toastmaster Annapurani and Toastmaster Bharat. Overall, a great meeting. Thank you so much. Means a lot to me, this joint meeting. Before winding up, I wanted to announce a few recognitions to few members. Of course, I have a lot to recognize to each member out here, but I wanted to specifically acknowledge and recognize one member from each club, at least for this first term, which I would say was from our July to December. So if I talk about, let me start with Shell Club. I would like to recognize and call out Toastmaster Muthukumar for the support that he gave me as an outgoing area director. He was the area director in the last year, so he was very supportive. He helped me settle down. Apart from that, he's also an amazing mentor to Shell Club. I'm sure Shivanshu and all the members out here would agree. He's someone that the entire club can go to for support and advice. Sometimes a single club is held by a senior mentor, and he's been one such person. So I would like to thank and congratulate Toastmaster Muthu for his amazing support. I will be sending across the gifts shortly. I didn't plan it quite early, so I will be sending the gifts to each person to their address maybe in a week's time. I think Muthu sir is not here, so thank you, Muthu. Yeah. So next, I would like to recognize from Vellore Toastmaster Club. That would be Toastmaster Bharat. Toastmaster Bharat had been the VP Education of the club in the last term. The amount of effort that he put was immense. He ensured to arrange wonderful educational sessions, and he had the club at the heart of his efforts. Even the other day, when I was casually texting him, he was saying that he wanted VTC to become better, and the reason, if you hear, was amazing. He said, let the people of Vellore have a good opportunity to improve their speaking skills. Bharat, you're an amazing leader. That is how a leader thinks, not like an immediate step, but with a bigger vision. Really salute to your thought process. Thank you so much for all your support. Now, from TCS Club, I would like to thank Toastmaster Nanda from the bottom of my heart. Toastmaster Nanda Kumar, he was the president of the club for the last term. He had been a president for 2 terms, and currently he is serving as the secretary of the club. Toastmaster Nanda definitely put in a lot of efforts. Now, when you have a club of 30 members, you may not feel it, but it's only when your club is in the verge and you put in so much of efforts, that's when the amount of work and learning is super high. It's easy to say, I'm from a very big club, I have 50 members. It's quite easy to manage. Anyways, members are going to come, members are going to perform. But in the most critical situation, Nanda was able to manage and pull the club across during the renewals. So thank you so much, Nanda. I'm happy you're continuing into the current XCOM. So IPP efforts and knowledge is not lost. I'm sure the club will succeed in the coming months. So thank you so much. This is on the recognitions. So apart from that, Shivanshi, if you can go on mute, it will be helpful. Yeah. So apart from this, just a closing note that I wanted to add is all the 3 clubs out here, you're all amazing. You have good skills and good leaders as your XCOM members. So that way, all we need to do, going in the lines of what Mani, Distinguished Toastmaster Mani shared with us, we need to have a clear plan of how we want to achieve, not like we become a good club in terms of how many members we will add, how many educational sessions we'll have, how many people will complete their speeches. So when we clearly have a plan with the key performance indicator of what we want to achieve and we execute it, that is when we go to the next level. So we are ready to deliver. Are you all ready? Yes? Unmute?
Yes, sure, Abhirami.
Yes.
Yes, Abhirami.
Yes, Abhi.
Absolutely.
Great. Great. Lovely. Thank you so much. So with this, I adjourn the meeting, joint meeting. Thank you so much. We had exceeded by 6 minutes and we had to cut short a few pieces. Thank you so much for the role players for understanding. So the link is open. I mean, the meeting will continue. If you have any feedbacks, you can share it now. Any
Yeah, Abhi,
feedback
can you
or
take a group
suggestion?
picture?
Sure. Yeah. Yes, Bharat.
Yeah, we can all turn our cameras, please. Yeah, Abhi, you can take it.
Bharat, I will need someone's help. I don't understand my laptop. I only see 4 pictures. I don't see the rest. Not sure if I have to change the setting.
You have to change to gallery tilted view actually.
Okay, gallery tilted view.
There's a 3 dots which is near to the end button. If you click on
Hmm.
there and you see a change layout option,
Yes.
yeah, you should make it to tilted from auto to tilted.
Okay, the tiled one. Okay, fine, got it.
Yeah, sorry, tiled.
Done. I'll click it now. Say cheese.
cheese. Cheeseburger, maybe.
Okay, whatever. You will say cheeseburger here and go and eat sambar rice, I know. Okay, we are done.
So I would like to thank everyone who put in a lot of efforts. So feedback is don't should be like always improvements. Feedback is always also includes that appreciations also. So my feedback is always to appreciate everyone. And yesterday Bharat was following up on me with the evaluation sheet, and somebody was following up on some things happening in the behind. And no, I wish I could be a president or VP who could have been more involved in this joint meeting. But that's fine. It's happy to see people who do and reach us for something. And I would always thank people who made today's joint meeting possible. And thank you all for your efforts. Thank you.
Kaushik is a first timer. He just joined VTC and he was there on the stage doing the game. So that is something really commendable, his confidence. Good job, Kaushik.
Yeah,
Very proud
Good
of
job,
you.
Kaushik.
Thank you. And thanks to Bharat and Abhi as well, because they helped me out with the game and how to conduct it. So,
yeah,
thanks, Bharat and Abhi.
yeah. Yes, I would like to share some words. Yeah. Yes. So I would like to especially congratulate Kaushik on he has just joined 3-4 days before in Toastmasters, and he's taking up a role in area giant session. Well, that's really amazing. His courage. Well, apart from that, I would like to especially thank our area director Toastmaster Abhirami for making this joint session successful. This area joint session really made us interact with each other, and it was really like we all became a family, and we can seek for any help if it is need within our area. So it was a very good meeting which can make us all of us know each other. Thank you, Abhirami, for that. And I thank the presidents and the VPs and all the EXCO members of all the clubs who put in efforts to make this happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Bharat.
Thank you, Abhirami and Bharat, for coordinating this. And I would like to thank Navina for making arrangements from her side as well. Thank you.
No, it's always not Nanda. It should be going forward. It should be Arnapurni and Havina. Yeah, thank you so much, both of you. Yeah, and I don't think so. I didn't did anything for the joint meeting, but you guys did very well. Thank you so much, and thank you to Abhi for all your patience and pulling everything together. Yeah,
And
I think
just
Just,
one,
is raising his
yeah,
hand.
yeah,
Prahast. Yeah, Prahast.
yeah, just one thing. Like, thank you for this meeting and giving a chance for delivering a prepared speech. So it's been long time. I do not recall. It was last time in my school days where I used to give some speeches. And right now, like yesterday only, I was just telling my mom that it's been long time